Greetings and happy Halloween. Welcome to the latest live stream.
Wow, that was spooky.
I'm here with Mrs. Yeah, I guess I wasn't really very scary. I just wasn't exactly sure what to say. Hey, Nation MRE Finds. Hey, look at this. I'm actually seeing Divine Spirit Tacos Girl. Welcome everybody who's starting to show up. We're gonna kind of like chat a little bit while we wait for a few people to roll in. I'm not expecting a very large turnout for this. What is Zesty Zook? It is a Thursday night. It is Halloween. It's 7 o'clock Eastern time. So I'm sure a lot of people with kids are out trick-or-treating, and a lot of people without kids are probably at home handing out treats. So we'll take what we can get. And we just kind of wanted to check in and be a little spooky for Halloween. Just kind of wanted to check in and make an appearance since it's been quite a while since I think it was May was the last time we did one, and this is only the second one of the year, so that's not really doing a very good job of keeping up with things. And as usual, I've still not gotten back to making regular videos, and I apologize for that. I do have a new computer which I got a few months ago and still have not configured.
You do?
But that remember that Mac that I got that it's like forgotten about. Like I haven't, because I just don't use the computer at home anymore. Anyway, welcome. It's a gschultz9 live stream. We're gonna be looking at an MRE Star, MRE tonight. Not the most exciting thing in the world, but a little bit of backstory about that coming up too. And I'd like to introduce my co-host, Mrs. G.
Hey everyone! Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween. Yeah, not too much really new around here, I don't think.
Are you kidding me?
What?
Like,
well,
seriously?
Well, all right. So
oh my god.
we're a bit of a smaller household. Our eldest is actually away at college. And she actually may be tuning in tonight.
She most definitely is tuning in.
So that would be kind of cool.
Hey, little one. She's out there. She's out there somewhere.
Everybody's seeing and hearing us okay, right? I always forget that that's the first thing I always need to do, just to be sure. Is our feed that we're looking at is spinning, but
Yeah.
hopefully people can see this. And the sound, I apologize, the sound level's not going to be great. Right now I'm standing right next to the phone that's filming this, so that should be okay while I'm standing up. But once I sit down, and Mrs. G's a little further away, so we apologize if the sound's not perfect. Audio fine. Thank you, Nation MRE Finds. Appreciate that. What do we get for...
Oh my gosh. We've got... Wow, Pedro, there after 4 years. Welcome.
Oh, that's somebody from Germany.
Yeah.
Mary Murray? Hello?
I'm saying it, you told me.
I can't see. I can't see the thing. So, like, I can't. It's impossible.
It's not.
Anyway, yeah, let me know if important things come up. And you kind of like throw out names. I really can't do the chat. I don't know how Smokey does this, how he like does the chat at the same time as doing the stream, but he's also got a lot more experience than me. What are we up to for numbers?
1,000,005. I have no idea. Hold on. 20 people watching.
Oh,
amazing.
Perfect. All right, great start. All right, thank you everybody. Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it.
We are way out of practice.
Yeah.
I think that's the bottom line.
Would you like to crack open your beverage?
Oh my gosh, I would. Okay. And yeah, we're excited. Going with the theme.
This seems kind of Halloween-y. Oh, toasted pumpkin, interesting. I might have to try that.
Yeah, it's not very.
I actually don't even have a beverage on with me, but whatever.
Whatever.
There'll be some kind of beverage in here.
Okay. There we go.
Meanwhile, we'll try some of this. A little bit of this. Yeah, take a taste of it. I mean, I'm not a big pumpkin person. Like like.
Oh, it's definitely pumpkin spicy.
October rolls around and everything's all.
No.
Pumpkin spice.
I forgot to tell you. I got the car washed yesterday.
Cheers.
As I was going through the car wash, they would inject pumpkin spice scent into my car if I gave them like an extra $3. I was like, what is going on with the pumpkin spice? Anyway. Yeah,
that's never been my thing. I kind of like fall. I don't like the fact that it leads to winter. I'm not a big winter person, but I do like the fall. I like the changing of the colors, and things cooling off a little bit. But I've never been a big pumpkin spice person. What I will say though is I was kind of interesting in an MRE related sort of thing. the fact that so many of the pound cakes reflect something that I've found in general is all these breads and cakes that are based on pumpkin and banana and zucchini and all that, meaning banana bread, banana nut bread, zucchini bread, pumpkin bread, and spice cake. To me, they all taste basically the same. I mean, I may not have the most refined taste buds, but especially in like the MRE, like the pound cakes, like I said, I'll get like a pumpkin. Somebody will have like pumpkin bread. I'm like, oh, I'm not a big pumpkin person, but I'll taste it, and it's like, tastes like banana nut bread. Basically the same thing.
Interesting.
Yeah. So what else is up? So so we have one daughter away at college, and we have another one away at a Halloween party. So you get just the two of us tonight, which usually it mostly is because the girls don't really want to interact with this too much. It's kind of a geeky thing. But yeah, and then we're here, and it's Halloween.
What are we eating?
So as I said, this isn't going to be the most exciting. It's not like some rare ration or some ancient ration from like 50 years ago or something from some country you never heard of. This is a commercial MRE. It's from MRE Star. And part of the reason I wanted to use this is because we kind of want to keep this sort of short, make this sort of a quickish review and stream. Sort of shooting for like about an hour, but it could be a little bit longer. It's definitely not going to hit the 2-hour threshold. Make it a little bit easier for people to get on with whatever else they want to do tonight. We're hoping to watch a scary movie after this. But the part of the reason was because I put up a short back in July. It was July 4th actually, where I was shopping. It said like shopping for the next review, and it showed the display racks that this came from. And I felt bad because I did that back in July, and all of a sudden it's almost November, and we haven't gotten around to it, and I said it was for the next review. So, this is the next review. And the other interesting thing was it was at the USS Constitution Museum, which is the USS Constitution, basically. And I had never been to it. I'm sure the girls have been. Had you been to the Constitution, Mrs. G?
Before going with you this summer? I don't know. Maybe when I was a kid.
Oh, okay.
But like honestly, I don't remember, but I'm almost sure.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird because the Constitution is a Navy ship, and it's the oldest commissioned warship in the U.S. Navy. I always thought it was the oldest commissioned warship in the world, but just within the last couple of months, I read or saw somewhere a ship in some other country that said claimed it was the oldest commissioned warship in the world. So I guess maybe the Constitution isn't the world, but it's still pretty impressive. And I've always thought it was interesting. We actually live in the Boston area, and we both have lived in Massachusetts our entire lives, other than a short period when I was in the Army, and I was in a couple different places. And I've never been to the Constitution Museum. One thing I didn't know about it is that it's free. So if you find yourself in the Boston area and you're looking for things to do, maybe put that on your list, because it's a pretty cool thing to see. A lot of history, and it's free. And at the gift shop, they actually have MREs. And that's where this came from. Not the cheapest thing. I forgot how much it was. It was $11.95 or $14.95. It was more than you'd want to pay for a commercial MRE, but these things are expensive anyway, no matter whether you're getting a genuine MRE or a commercial one these days. And to get it in person, not have to like order it off eBay or pay shipping and this that, and the other thing, just to be at a museum and they had tons. They had like 1 million of them.
Just to make sure that's like in focus, right? Because that does not look like it's in focus.
Can we get another update from people too? Just because our feed seems to be lacking, and it is on. I can see my hand in there, but it seems like it's blurry. Is everyone seeing the picture clear? I hope it looks clear on the camera, but on our monitor, as it were, it's a little bit wonky.
Okay. Thank you.
Mrs. G will check to see the answers for that.
Okay.
While I continue to talk about the Constitution, not the U.S. Constitution, but the USS Constitution. Anyway, so that was really cool, and we did that for the 4th of July with our daughter, our eldest, because the other one was either in Spain or at camp or something, whatever. It was the three of us, and that was fun. It was a good day, so I would definitely recommend it. And the other interesting thing for me personally is, even though it's not the most exciting thing, I've actually never had an MRE Star MRE before. I've had obviously plenty of genuine ones, and I've had a lot of commercial ones, including the Miraquel's 8-pack and Sapaco's Sure Pack. I've never had Warnick's EverSafe. That's another one that's still on my list to try. And of course, I have Meal Kit Supply. I've done tons of those reviews. I've had XMRE, and but I've never had MRE Star. I know when Black Dog Bob was still active with his companies, a lot of his MREs that he was making had MRE Star entrees and some components. I think the accessory packs were MRE Star branded. So I mean, I guess I've had some MRE Star stuff, but just not an actual MRE. So that's what makes it interesting for me. Hopefully it makes it somewhat interesting for viewers. And the other interesting thing is that MRE Star makes a lot of their own, or packages a lot of their own entrees, and probably other components. Well, yeah, definitely other components. We'll see in a second. But this one is menu number 11, chicken and sausage gumbo. And I definitely thought that sounded interesting and potentially good. And it's something that's not in the genuine MRE lineup of meals. So I figured that was cool. And unless there's anything else to say, I think we'll jump right in.
Sounds good.
And start looking at it. I did promise in the description a spooky surprise, and that is gonna happen, and it's gonna be saved for the end. Something kind of we'll wait till we're done eating before taking a look at this thing. And Mrs. G might not even be present for it because she probably wouldn't be too happy about it. It's
Oh Lord.
gonna be pretty scary.
Oh,
so
boy.
I'm gonna remove the gloves.
Mm-hmm.
I may have to put gloves on for the other thing, but
Oh, boy.
that's later. And we'll take a look at the components of the MRE Star and start checking it out.
Nice.
It does have a peelable seal. One of the props that I was looking for that I couldn't find was my Freddy Krueger glove, and I was going to say, okay, it's time to open up the ration and pull out the Freddy Krueger glove, which of course has plastic knives, so it wouldn't have worked. But MRE Star's meals do have the peelable seal. They don't have a date code on them, but it is printed best by May 16th, 2027. So that's probably a 3-year shelf life. It was probably packed. That would have been very fresh if it was packed in May of 2020. I don't know. It could be a 4. I don't know what they go by. I haven't looked them up. We do have the little thing here, MRE Complete Meal with heater. It doesn't have the price on it, which I would have liked to have been able to mention how much it was, but peelable seal worked. That's a good sign. And here we have gumbo with chicken and sausage. There's some Spanish for you, for folks who speak Spanish.
I know.
Con pollo y salchicha avec, and French. So wow, we're getting all kinds of education here. So here's the nutrition facts here. 10 grams of fat, saturated fat is 7 grams. Wait, how can it be 7 grams of total fat? Oh, I'm sorry, 2 grams of saturated fat. Okay, that's much better. 8% of cholesterol, 35% of your sodium. You're gonna expect a lot of that. So it's not really too bad. It seems like it's missing a few things here. And 10 grams of protein. So that's not too bad as your ingredients. In the videos, I always say, feel free to pause this, but we're live. So, I mean, if you're watching this as a replay, you can certainly do that. And this, let's see. This is interesting because this does look very similar to a genuine US MRE box. This doesn't really, but do not heat meal pouch and microwave. That's actually good advice since it's metal. But it is actually MRE Star branded. This is actually distributed by them, and I'm assuming packaged by them. Doesn't say anything else. Well, they have an 800 number. Go to mrestar.com for more information. Shelf life of an MRE. This is actually a lot of good information on here. How to eat an MRE, how to heat an MRE, and shelf life of an MRE. We won't get too much into that stuff, but here it is. And we're going to use the flameless ration heater, which it does have. And this was, let's see. This is, looks like it was the, I don't know which one of these is the date code, or maybe neither of them are. Well, we'll check out something else, because it was either 23, no, it wouldn't have been the 816th day, so it must be the 102nd day of 2024. So this is like very fresh, if that's true. That's actually very impressive. It's from this year. What do they use for Clem's ration heater. It's not the regular. It looks like this may have been made for them. It has the same Spanish and French. That's kind of interesting. It'd be interesting to see how well this works or doesn't work. And what else do we have in here? Feels a little bit lighter than a genuine MRE, but we have crackers, very standard looking crackers like you would definitely expect, except that they're MRE Star. And have the 3 languages. Vacuum sealed very nicely. We'll be looking for a little hiss there. More MRE Star stuff. This is toasted corn, which would be corn nuts. Maíz tostado, maíz grillé. Cheese spread with jalapenos. That's a good one. And this definitely needs some kneading. It's like totally empty down here. So we'll work on that before we take that out, but let's give it a little bit now. And this is the 1 ounce. They've gone, that's quite a few years ago, but they went from 1.5 ounces to 1 ounce, which is unfortunate. And look at, this is an interesting beverage powder. And this is for 12 ounces. Okay, so this is, I've never seen this before. It looks like the little sticks that they give you for the 20-ounce bottles, but it's much bigger. It's like the size of like 2 of them. And it's for 12 ounces. So I think what they did was, this is a really good idea if it's the case, because the small beverage pouches used to be about this size, and then they have those really long ones that, I guess it's the idea is that you can mix it up in the pouch, but it doesn't seal and it really doesn't work. And they do have the ones with the zip top too, but there's a lot of room in them. This actually takes up a lot less room. I think that's a good idea. So it's an orange power stick beverage. Power stick beverage with electrolytes. That's an interesting name, Power Stick. And for dessert,
because the shape of the
I suppose it's, yeah, I guess so, could be. But it's an orange beverage-based powder. I'm assuming it's going to be very similar to the MRE ones, and an oatmeal cookie from MRE Star. So all the components, except for the cheese spread, which is it doesn't even say, but it looks like a standard MRE one. And this was, yeah, this is from 2024. This is packed on the 38th day, so February of 2024. So first off, we haven't tried anything yet, but I'm very impressed with the freshness of the MRE Star components. As I said, I got this back in July. And the oatmeal cookie, I don't know if they put, it doesn't look like they put date codes on there. Oh no, okay, it's printed on it. 101st day of 2024. So I guess that the Gumbo is indeed from 2024, which is really good. And there's 190th day of 2023. It's all different things. Some stamped, some printed, and some printed in red, some printed in black. The corn nuts, one thing I've noticed with the independent companies, when they package their own stuff, you have to be careful and make sure you eat these like within a year, because the toasted corn nuts, they tend to get, I guess the oil in it goes bad, rancid, yeah, and you don't want that. That's not good. So I have high hopes for this. I just want to quickly check and see if there's I actually don't see a date code on this. Probably just overlooking it, but maybe they don't want to put it on. Oh, here, it is. 123rd day of 2024, so that's good too. All right, oops. And let's check out the accessory pack, which is definitely MRE Star, if there was any doubt. So here's the MRE Star spoon. This is an interesting one. It's, I was going to say it's got the long handle, but it's about the same. It's basically the exact same length as a genuine MRE spoon, but it looks different because the bowl is shorter, so it makes the handle look longer. It's a little bit shorter, I think. But yeah, nothing wrong with that. And it's even tactical with the color. I have a couple extra MRE spoons since there's 2 of us going to be trying this out. And we have a napkin that's not tactical. It's white and MRE Star branded. we have the dreaded deep rich coffee.
Oh boy.
As Mrs. G likes to say, it's neither deep nor rich. But it's from the very end of 2023, so it should be intact at least. Oh, let's save that. We have for that, we're probably just going to do a black because that's how Mrs. G likes it, and she's the coffee taster because I don't drink coffee. So all these reviews I've done where I've done coffee, I basically say, tastes good, tastes like coffee. That's really all I can add to it. But is the Enjoy Creamer. And to go with the Enjoy Creamer, we have Enjoy Sugar. And salt and pepper. This is one of the things I think is probably the best thing about commercial MREs is that almost any brand, including, I believe, the companies that make the genuine MREs, they always put salt and pepper in. Sorry to get the guinea pig making noise, but hopefully that's not too distracting.
It's very distracting.
Well, to us.
I can speak for the entire world.
Yeah, I was going to say we could take a poll on it, but there's not much we can do about it because he kind of rules the roost. So genuine MREs, as everyone I'm sure already knows, they have salt, but they do not have pepper. And I always think that's an interesting thing to leave out. Cisco Moist Towelette. I wonder if this has alcohol in it. It doesn't say either way. Oh, that's a nice touch. And we have Smarties as our little, like a breath freshener kind of thing instead of gum or Tic Tacs. And sorry, I apologize to the Canadians out there. Smarties, not, oh geez, what do they call them? Rockets? No, shoot, I forgot. But in Canada, for people who don't know, Smarties is an M&M, an M&M type candy. It's a candy-covered chocolate little disc. This I thought was a nice touch, a little toothpick. You don't see that in too many MREs. And crushed red pepper flakes. It's always good to have something besides salt and pepper, to spice up your entree. All right, let me clear things out a little bit so we can concentrate on this. Sorry, this is live TV, folks. I can't edit this out. We're just going to do a quick change here. If our daughter is watching, do you recognize this? This is your trick-or-treat bag.
Oh, so sweet.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not. It's the other. It's the other ones. Yours, unfortunately, to make it even worse, yours unfortunately is missing.
Oh gosh.
But I'm sure you recognize that anyway. All right.
Okay, so while you're changing things, I'll let you know who's here.
Okay, and before you do that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to interrupt you as you're helping out. This is also another thing. This is I think it's actually specifically, it's a Batman Dark Knight cape for a kid's costume. So that's from our Halloween stash. It's not just a black cloth. This guy's spooky, but he's gonna put him off to the side a little bit. Because we need to make room for the tray.
Okay, back to the thing. Now I'm getting flack from our daughter about losing her trick-or-treat bag. So she's
it
texting
wasn't.
me on
It
the
wasn't.
side.
It wasn't Mama's fault.
No,
we can explain it.
no.
It's not something that the audience needs to hear, but it was a vexing thing to me. I'm a little.
Okay. Anyway, okay. So who's here? Your sister Linda's here.
Hey, Lin.
Um,
Thanks for joining.
Nation.MRE Finds. You know who all
Welcome.
these people are. Divine Spirit Tacos Girl, Zesty Zook, Juan Pedro, Marion Murray from Germany, Spicy Tuna Rolls.
Hey, Spicy.
Okay, and back to Divine Spirits Taco Girls. She's saying she's watching us and Nightmare on Elm Street, eating candy and scaring her husband.
Which Nightmare on Elm Street? Original or
OG?
the remake or a sequel?
Okay, we'll get that answer in it. We watched Nightmare on Elm Street just the other night, right? The original?
Original.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Spicy tuna rolls. I already met. Curious Pete.
Hey, Curious Pete.
David Epperson.
Welcome, Dave.
Multi-Magnum 62.
Oh, Magnum, welcome.
Um,
You got your reminder. Good.
yep. And then Investory.
Welcome, Investory.
New York Irk. NY Irk.
Irk. Welcome,
I don't know.
Irk.
I'm probably saying it wrong.
I know, a lot of these names is like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to.
Okay, Cliff Brott.
Welcome, Cliff.
Brut. The Magnus.
Oh, Magnus, welcome. I'm glad you can make it. I'm sure it's an ungodly hour.
He said, "Be watching on his
2 or
phone
3?
from bed." Yes, you are in bed.
All right, let's
That's
see if we can
crazy.
keep Magnus awake for
Oh,
a little bit
gosh.
longer.
Oh, that's funny. Thank you.
I need this baby.
NYEARK.
It needs to be needed.
Thank you for your grace there. Yeah. So, and I know our daughter she has a watch party happening at her college.
Who would've
So,
thunk?
shout out, go Lancers. So anyway, yeah.
Woo, get it? Woo. Inside joke, sorry.
Yeah. All right. So this looks familiar. This looks like a familiar place.
Yeah, we get the tray going. Let's put all stuff. It's it's weird. It's actually been a while. I actually don't do many MRE things these days. Trying to eat a little healthier. And, when I'm not reviewing these, I'm not really eating them anymore. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and try and activate this. Let's see if there's anything different on here. This thermos ration heater, which does have a version. Oh no, it actually does have the standard do not eat dude, the gschultz9 one. And I was gonna say, I like how the fact that this one's clear, but of course the other ones are clear too. They're just green. But yep, maybe fill between the lines. So what I like to do is I like to put the ration in over the element. Make sure I have the element down in the water. And let's see, and I'll add the water. I don't want to add salt. Salt, you can add salt. It's an option to get one that's not working, or get one to work even better. But I like to see what it does on its own. So we fill up between the two lines. And we fold it over. And what I'd like to do then is until it becomes too hot, I like to hold it flat, which you are, oh, this is activating really fast. I think you can hear that. The bottoms are the one that was in the water was getting really hot. So I like to make sure all the elements get some water. I'm sorry, little one, that I'm saying hot, but that's what I say. And you can see it's puffing up. This is about to get too hot to handle. So this is a very effective thermos ration heater. I'm happy to report. I probably should have put it in the box faster because listen to that. Let's go into town. This is actually going to be difficult to get back in the box. It's generating a lot of heat and a lot of gases. Ow!
Oh, jeez.
No, that's all right.
Let's not make a trip to the hospital.
And then we put it on a rock or something. And I do have my standard rock that I've used in billions of reviews, but in this case, I think an appropriate something would be one of these little pumpkins.
Yeah.
There we go. So we'll let that, give that about 10 minutes. While we check out some of this other stuff. And I kind of want to mention too, not to be like doing commercials or, I don't know, whatever, but for people who don't know, Mrs. G does have a channel. Mm-hmm. And I do appreciate, and I'm sure she appreciates, a lot of viewers from my channel subscribe to hers so she could get to 50 subscribers really quick, so she could start making videos. And but she did take off from there, and she's up to what are you up to now? A couple hundred? Wait.
I think so. I mean, it's not.
It went up to 200. She actually did
Old Smokey's in the room.
Hey, Smokey, welcome. She actually did a video to celebrate hitting 100. But she had actually hit 200 and didn't realize it at the time. And she's only been doing shorts so far, but she's kind of feeling her way through and figuring out exactly what she wants to do.
Shorts are my style. I mean, this is why, like, you marry the partner you need to marry, right? You are long form, I am short form.
That's true.
And it's just, I enjoy it.
And
it's kind of fun.
It's definitely not a, you know what, actually, I do want to mention one thing quick. This is kind of like standard with commercial MREs. It's very MRE-like with the components. What it's missing is a side dish. Like, I don't know, like some Gumbo might have some white rice or something with it. You know, like the beef patty will have like macaroni and cheese or something like that. Some things will have like scalloped potatoes, you know, something like that. And this does not have that, so that's gonna lower the calorie count a little bit and hopefully lower the price. And for the most part, I think most regular people who are just doing, you know, whatever they'd be doing that they would need this for, or using it for prepping and stuff, they don't necessarily need to have all those calories.
Oh, Bourbon Street Joe.
Hey, welcome, Bourbon Street Joe. So I just interrupted you because I just wanted to say that that's like the one thing that's missing,
fine,
and it's
yeah.
not really missing, but you know, just to make it a full, complete MRE. I guess you could say the toasted corn is a side, as you have the oatmeal cookie for the dessert, and you have the bread thing, which the bread item could be a side too, but yeah, they always have a bread item in MREs. So yeah, so she's been doing all these shorts, and most of them they tend to be art related. It's actually, well, I guess I won't move the thing, but yeah, she does some of them on this table, and so for everyone who's checked that out, you know, thank you, and anybody who might be curious, Mrs. gschultz9 is currently moderating. So if you see the moderator, I don't know if you can click on. I can never remember
Yeah,
whether you can
I'm
click
there.
on things or not. But
Check
yeah.
me out. Yeah, I think it's, you know, it's all of these are just personal pet projects, and if people find things interesting, it's a lot of traveling that we do together too, like walks in the woods and stuff, and occasionally I'll get gschultz9 to play a role, because I think it's better when we dialogue in the shorts. But yeah, it's been good fun.
Although I also can be a hindrance to yours too, because that
Why?
you remember the last stream we did, you actually did a behind the scenes of an MRE
Yeah.
review,
Nobody cares about that.
and it didn't get crap reviews. Nobody wanted to see that.
Well, we have different audiences. I don't know. We're different people. We're you know, whatever.
All right, well, welcome everybody. I'm sure there's a few people that may have joined in since we started talking, but I'm really glad we got a bunch of people here. 31, that's really awesome. What a great 33, even better. What a great community. Really appreciate everyone showing up. And it's a different night too. We usually do this on a Friday night, which of course, you know, that could be a good reason not to show up. But I realize it's a school night, you know, whether it's you have school or work, and it's also Halloween, so you know, people have a lot of things to do. We could have watched Scary Pumpkin Charlie Brown.
Oh my gosh.
Shoot, you haven't watched that. Anyway, let's start checking out these components before this thing heats up too much, because it's making some spooky noises for Halloween. That's great. Let me check out the toasted corn. Oh, well, not that it matters. I ripped it at the lot number. Almost no smell coming off of it. A very good sign. When they go rancid, you'll know. You don't even have to try them, and it's not a good idea to try them because that taste is going to stay in your mouth if you don't get sick. So this stuff is great as long as you do eat it within about a year. Let's check out the oatmeal cookie, and since we don't have a side, we get to do one of the most satisfying. What's the word that the creature uses? One of the most satisfying things. Taking the cookie, which if it's I was gonna say if it's whole, and it's not, but it's close, and putting it into the round. How did this get? Oh man, I've been doing this the whole time with I have not been keeping up with checking on things. Into the round component. Nice. Satisfying. Is that what I said? I think it is what I said. All right, now we're getting crumbs. Wow. We're really getting crumbs here. And now for the crackers, we'll see if we can get a hiss out of this. And that was a very non-satisfying one. I heard a little noise, but nothing too good. And see if we can get these out of here in one piece. and see what the MRE Star crackers are like. I don't think I've had those before.
Your daughter just texted to say, "Oh, crumbs."
Oh, crumbs. The greater good. Oh, this is going to be crumbs.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It's not, it doesn't necessarily mean something wrong if it doesn't come out in one piece, but I like to have them in one piece. Let's see what we got here. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Just a couple of, oh, crumbs. From Shaun of the Dead, by the way. Yeah, not as much stuff as I would expect. But I have kneaded the cheese spread. It had a need to be kneaded, and I've done that. So let's get a little bit of this on the. Let me
Is it spicy?
Let's see what you think of this. This is like the perfect one for you because this is the regular one. I like all of them. I don't really like spicy stuff, so I feel like I don't like this one as much. But it's not really. It's nothing that's gonna, spice you out or anything. But it's a good thing to have you around for because you like spicy food more than I do.
True.
And that is one thing Mrs. G does not do ration reviews. It's possible she could at some point. There's no reason why she wouldn't. But just so nobody thinks that when I say, "Oh, go check out Mrs. G. Schultz's channel," that's going to be the same as mine. But
Oh yeah.
if
we
she
are very different people.
if she does decide to do rations, you'll get actually not only a different taste point and everything, but somebody who likes spicy food, which I don't like, somebody who's more into mixing stuff, which I don't really do a lot of, and somebody who likes coffee, which I don't like. So there
Wow.
we go.
Just lay it all out there.
Looks pretty good, and you see the little jalapenos in there. It's nice that you can actually see that. Yeah, I think you won't like the processed cheese part of it, but you'll appreciate the jalapeno part of it. Oh, can you give me 12 ounces of water?
Yes, I knew you were gonna.
Thank
Just cold water or hot water?
Cold water. This is for the beverage. And it does have lines on there. So next we're going to do the orange beverage powder. You know what? The powder itself, it does actually smell different from the regular MRE ones. Although it's just that little hole to check out, but it kind of smells like Trix breakfast cereal.
It does.
A little bit. I mean, it could just be because of nothing, but I don't know. Let's see. Do you get any smell after this?
Let me just smell it one more time because it smells like
Yeah,
something.
I could just be smelling the packaging, but
Yeah, I don't know.
anyway. The lettuce. Oh, it's that's where it's almost yellow, but it turns orange when it goes in. I guess I'll use the MRE Star spoon. We'll see how well this mixes up. Oh, thank you, Magnus. Magnus says he likes Mrs. G's channel. It's a different pace to things. So she appreciates that. Oh, this is very
That's sweet.
very translucent. It almost looks like there's too much water in it, but it was 12 ounces. And it mixes quite well, too. There's very little sediment at the bottom. So this is a little bit different. It's definitely not the standard MRE beverage-based powder. Let's see. There's like no scent at all.
Yeah, it's a very light.
It's like nothing. Oh. Hot water we're gonna need.
Ha! I knew it. Okay, so people are asking what my channel is. What is my channel? Is that just what I'm chatting with right here? Is that my channel?
Yeah, Mrs. gschultz9. Yeah.
Yeah, Mrs.
Mrs.
Mrs. underscore gschultz9.
Yeah, she's the one doing the moderating here, so just you can see there wherever she writes something, Mrs. _ gschultz9. Okay, thank you. Is that
It's fine.
just fine? Okay.
Yeah. It was boiling like 5 minutes ago.
All right, so we're gonna check out the deep rich coffee, which not to expect too much from that, but it's here. It's part of the ration, so it's going to be part of the review. And actually, these. Did I look at that? Yeah. As I did say, this is the very end of 2023, the 300.
Linda asked if it tasted like Tang.
323rd day. Who did?
Linda.
I'm guessing. I haven't tried it because I want to wait till try everything at once. But I'm guessing it's not because it looks different. It almost looks like, well, urine, like a dark urine.
Like really?
I'm saying it definitely does. This looks different than an MRE powder or even like an IMP or look how much you can see through it. You can see the cookie right there. I'm looking forward to trying it actually. And the deep rich looks fine. There's no warning signs there that we shouldn't have it. I'm just going to put a little bit of water in those so we can get the taste, not have it be watered down. Yeah, we'll stop there. It's not a lot of coffee, but it won't have a lot of flavor. Thank you, Mrs.
Do you need it? Do you need any more?
I think it should be fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
It smells good. I mean, it's got
coffee.
Yeah, it's got a coffee smell coming off of it. And as much as I don't like coffee, I do like the smell of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Like going to a Dunkin' Donuts, that Dunkin' Donuts coffee smells like, wow, it smells so good, but I taste the coffee and it's like, bleh.
Jimmy James just logged on.
Welcome, Jimmy James.
JJ. Love it.
And we are about ready for the entree. 40 minutes in, not too shabby.
No.
Spinning coffee. It's like a cosmos, a Milky Way of coffee. All right. Yeah. This is quieted down, but that is a lot of heat coming off of that. I'm very impressed with this MRE Star heater, whether it's just a standard one, repackaged. No, it's definitely not, because even the elements look different. Everything's, the bag is clear and the elements are white.
Enrique Paylan
Oh boy.
just showed up. Enrique, hey, how's it going?
Welcome, Enrique.
And Booger Butt.
Oh, Booger Butt.
Yeah.
Booger Butt and Booger Butt. Welcome to the Booger Butts. And Smokey's still around. I do have to say thank you to Smokey for promoting this and letting all of his regulars know, because he's got a really great audience, community of regulars, and I really appreciate everyone showing up. Wow, this you could.
That's piping.
I suppose I could have put the cheese in there too, but really there wasn't anything else that needed to go in there. Alrighty, so here we have chicken and sausage gumbo, and it's got the tear notches at the top, so this isn't. There, you gotta see how hot this is.
Okay. Holy.
Try it right around here.
Oh my gosh.
That is not just warm.
No. Nope.
Chicken and sausage gumbo. I like the sound of that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely looking forward to trying this.
I did sort of pre-eat. I don't know.
Oh
if
yeah, I
told
was
you
gonna
that.
kind of say, like, we're gonna have some MRE tonight, and I was actually gonna have Mrs. G bring out her kale salad, which is what I assumed she would have, but she didn't.
No.
What did you have?
Brussels sprouts and broccoli. Yeah, I just needed to just cut it a little bit with some.
It's a little different from MREs.
Yeah.
Not exactly what
You
we're
know.
about to be eating, but I might have a look at that after.
Yes, good.
Since there's no official side to this. But I'm looking forward to this gumbo, so as I'm making people sit here looking at the packaging, let's get a whiff of this. It smells good. It smells very much like a canned. It's almost like a beef stew with like a little bit of a kick to it.
I
It,
smell a lot
doesn't,
of pepper.
yeah, it doesn't have,
Smells really
it
good.
doesn't have beef in it. It has sausage and, wait, I don't forget what it was. Chicken and sausage. But it just has that sort of canned stew kind of a smell to it. And this is actually very difficult to, you know what?
What do you need? Like a spatula? Oh, you're just gonna. Oh boy. You do have those gloves there for a reason.
That's perfect.
Mhm.
Because it is Halloween, so why not use the Halloween gloves as oven mitts? Yeah, sorry, Minnie, these are actually yours. I couldn't find mine, and I had to steal yours. So these are a little bit on the small side. But happy Halloween. A little sample here.
How's it taste?
Well, it tastes good. It's kind of like a gravy kind of flavor. So I don't want to really say too much until we actually dig in. But folks, this is your MRE Star chicken and sausage gumbo, MRE, purchased at the USS Constitution Museum and store.
Nice.
Let me try something here that could get us in trouble. A little, not really. A little close-up
Oh,
action.
boy.
That's not
What's
gonna
going
work.
on?
Because like in the old videos, I would always take pictures. I would stop at this point and I would take pictures of everything that I could insert into the review. I just tried to do a lot of things that didn't necessarily have to do. But hopefully that was appreciated by some. And what do we got here? What should we start with? I guess we should start with the gumbo, shouldn't we? I see something dark here. This is the cat food almost. I'm not sure if that's the chicken or the sausage. Let me see if I can find whatever the other thing is. Yeah, doesn't really matter. Let's see how this tastes. Spicy tuna is going to get a lot of calories tonight. Yeah, that's one thing about not having the girls around doing trick-or-treating. Can't steal their candy. I think, oh yeah, that was sausage because like there's some chicken. All right, flavor's good on this. I like it, and it's got some spice to it. It doesn't really need the crushed pepper, I don't think. Let me get some from Mrs. G. It definitely, it tastes like a canned or packaged food. It doesn't taste like you went to a restaurant, like if I went to some Louisiana restaurant and got some in New Orleans and got some gumbo, but it's a little different, kind of similar to other stews and MREs, but the fact that it's gumbo and it's got the chicken and the sausage, it's nice to get something that's a little bit different. This thing is still smoking, by the way.
Oh, it's definitely
Not
peppery.
smoke, but Yep. Yeah, let's see where the pepper comes in on the thing. Ingredients: water, chicken, with a whole bunch of ingredients in the chicken. Andouille sausage, with a bunch of ingredients in that. White rice. The rice is a little bit on the soft side, but I mean it's in a stew. What do you expect? I can see some kind of green in there, some kind of vegetables, some sort. I'll try not to drip here. White rice, modified food starch. What's roux? R-O-U-X.
R-O-U-X?
Is it like a thickener or something?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's when you add flour.
okay, it's enriched flour, vegetable oil,
Yeah, and
cottonseed,
a fat.
corn, or rice
Yeah.
oil, antioxidant, TBHQ. To be honest, TBHQ and citric acid. Hydrogenated palm oil. Oh, that's also part of it. Let's see: green bell pepper, onion, red bell pepper, celery, gumbo seasoning, which is maltodextrin, onion, wheat flour, tomato powder, dehydrated green bell peppers, canola oil, a whole bunch of stuff. Wow. It just goes on and on and on.
Does it have okra?
Caramel color, dehydrated parsley, xanthan gum, Creole seasoning. That's interesting. It has. I'm going to get to that. It has gumbo seasoning and Creole seasoning. We'll double up on that. Dehydrated garlic, silicon dioxide, anti-caking agent, and no okra.
Interesting. Because I was wondering how they could make okra work for an MRE. Because usually in a gumbo they do put okra in. Like I don't know, there's something about that vegetable that it acts like a thickening agent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And the only reason I know that is because it came up in our trivia for our church retreat. I was on the winning team, just saying.
You get knowledge.
Yeah, I know. I knew nothing, but I did know that about okra.
So the vegetables are green bell pepper, onion, red bell pepper, and celery. So it does have vegetables, just maybe not. Yeah, I wouldn't mind some corn in there. And okra does seem like it would make sense, just because.
Did they put corn in gumbo?
I don't know, but I like corn. So yeah, I don't know. Cajun is shortened version of Acadian. I didn't know that. That's cool. You want to try some more?
Yeah, a little bit more.
I'll give you some with the pepper. I mean, I know we got a big chunk of something here too.
So you're gonna give that to me?
Yeah, no, it's a good thing. Look at this. I think you got sausage and chicken in one bite.
Fine.
That's nice. You can see the red pepper. I don't really see the green.
Okay.
Okay, well, there's that one piece of rice wants to fall off. Yeah, I mean, I think if I was to somebody would say well, what do you not like about this? I'd say the softness and squishiness of the rice, and it's hard. Like I said, it's hard to play about. It's a stew, and so the rice is in there, so it's just in there with not liquids, but with wet stuff. So it kind of makes sense, but it doesn't detract from it or anything. You want to try the crushed red pepper on it? I don't think it really needs it, but
Nah. Unless you want me to.
spicy tuna rolls is throwing down some information about roux and having used it to make gumbo. I'm gonna have to go back and actually watch this so I can read all the chat. Deep rich coffee smells like coffee. I'm gonna take a little sip.
Wow.
Ooh, we could have used warmer water.
Sorry.
Yeah, that doesn't. That's the thing is that when I do try it in the reviews, I always put the sugar and the creamer just because they're in there. So I'm like, oh, I might as well use them, and I can get it down. But I don't know how people drink black coffee. It's an acquired taste, I guess. So sounds like it's fine.
Ekis. Logged on.
Another new one. Welcome, Joshua. What's the numbers look like now?
29.
29. Okay, cool. All right, let's try some of these. I'll try first to make sure that they're okay. I'm pretty sure they are. So these toasted corn, which I would call corn nuts. They're not like those Aztec ones, those big giant ones.
No. Don't break a tooth.
But it's definitely a good, a nice crunchy little snack to have. And yeah, they're good. Salty. There's. See what Mrs. G thinks. They're very easy to eat. Sometimes they almost hurt your teeth. Is it so crunchy? These are. I have a feeling once they go bad, they're gonna go really bad. I feel like there's a lot of oil in there. And I was trying to try the orange. What was it? Stick. The Power Stick beverage. I guess kind of like a like a Gatorade sort of thing. It's definitely not like the MRE orange beverage based powder, the non-electrolyte one. And it's even a little different from the electrolyte one. It's different. It's not anything to write home about, I don't think, but it's okay. It's fine.
It's not very sweet.
Yeah.
Which that I actually like.
Yeah, it's sort of like some of the international ones. They don't hit the sweetener as much as the U.S. ones. So I guess that is a good point. I'm used to the sweetness, and I kind of like sweetness. So to me, it feels like it needs a little bit more sweetness. But I do appreciate that it's you need to have your fluids. You need to be drinking your water, and it's nice to have something that has a taste to it instead of just being water all the time. But you don't necessarily want to be overloaded with sweetness. So good point, Mrs. G. I could have a little bit more of this.
I'm into balance, obviously.
Seems to be heavy on the sausage, but I just got a little bit of both in this one too. Some chicken and some sausage. What do you think of the sausage? It's not really pretty, doesn't have a lot of texture to it. Kind of soft, a little bit. Oh, I won't mention pastrami, Magnus. I don't want to throw up. I do know what you mean. All right, and now we get the cracker. Yeah, this is one thing for Mrs. G, 'cause I don't think she's ever had jalapeno
I don't think
cheese
so.
spread. Not that we really need to be. I mean, we're married, so we can double dip the
Oh
the
Lord,
cracker.
what
But
is going on?
no, probably the cracker first. No, heck with it, I'm just gonna eat. The cracker's fine as expected. This is very fresh.
Nice.
And it does have, I mean, saying it has a kick is a little bit misleading. I mean, it definitely has something more than just the regular cheese spread. But it's not gonna, obviously it's not gonna light your mouth on fire or anything, but yeah, it's got a little bit of a kick to it. I mean, you can see that's a pretty good chunk of jalapeno in there. And more crumbs. I've never been big on mixing things, but the fact that these are like kind of smallish, and they do kind of break apart pretty easily. I'm gonna nug it up a little bit, and just add a little crunch to the gumbo. But certainly has some cheese too.
Joshua said the jalapeno spread is the best.
It's pretty
I
good.
won't deny it. Me personally, the bacon, I think, and I don't really taste much bacon in it, but just the fact that it's bacon in your cheese, you know, like, that's a really good thing. But I like all of them. Plain jalapeno bacon, which probably says something about my taste. All right, and then we have the oatmeal cookie.
Neon just popped in.
Nice little chunk here from Mrs. G. Neon? Was it neon or neon pop?
Neon.
Neon. Welcome, Neon. Yeah, these generally tend to be good, even though this
Yeah.
is
You know what? If you told me this cookie was pumpkin spice, I would have believed it.
really. Yeah, you know it's funny. It kind of like
It's
I
definitely
just smelled the
cinnamon.
packaging, and yeah, like it's not. But if you were to say that, especially after we had that discussion before about
Yeah.
pumpkin spice, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm tasting that. Let's see. I ripped up the the ingredients: sugar, palm oil, unbleached enriched flour. This is probably gonna make you like it less hearing this list.
Yeah, don't read it to me. I'll close my ears.
Oats, water, corn syrup, eggs. I actually don't see. I'm gonna go find this part that I ripped off. I don't see the what's making that because it feels like it should have some like molasses in it or something.
Can I have another piece of that?
Or anything else you want? Oops, that's a really lame piece.
Really? That's okay. That's fine.
All right, sorry to have a dead air here, but I just want to look at these ingredients again. It is like oats.
Definitely.
there's nothing-
Because there's texture.
All right, so the only thing it says,
Did you say spices?
it just says spices right at the end of the list. Spices, right before salt. Oh, I forgot to clip my fingernails. The last ingredients, which of course, as we know, it goes from most to least in amounts. Spices, salt, sodium bicarbonate. Those are the last three ingredients, and it contains egg and wheat. Hey, Mike Kressler, welcome. Good evening, and happy Halloween to you too. I'm glad you can make it. We're kind of wrapping up our look at an MRE Star. MRE, obviously. And it's a chicken and sausage gumbo, which is pretty tasty. I'm not going to say it's my favorite MRE. What the heck is this?
What is your favorite?
What is this thing?
Oh, Lord.
Oh, I guess it's just a little string of chicken, which is a good sign because, It looks like, I'm not gonna say what it looks like. But what is my favorite? That's always been a tough question. That's something that people used to ask a lot, and I can't really say because I like most of them.
It's like your children. Like they're
No,
all your
not
favorites?
quite that much, but I don't know. It's just hard to say. Like this is my favorite, but some of the classics like chili mac, that's definitely up there.
Yeah, I think you tend to like the pasta ones. Honestly.
Yeah, spaghetti and meatball. I haven't had spaghetti and meatballs in years. I don't even remember the last one I had. It may not. It may have been before we moved here. But that's always good. I mean, I like pasta bolognese. It's like my favorite kind of pasta, and it's like the most plain
Well,
and
Magnus
simple
is
thing.
signing off. He needs to sleep.
Magnus,
Fine,
get some
Magnus.
sleep, Magnus. Hope you don't have any nightmares. Happy Halloween. This has been a good meal. I'm gonna finish it up off screen. I think there's more things I wanted to discuss, but maybe we'll sign off pretty soon.
It's a good place.
I think we've kind of done it. If anybody has any, excuse me, any questions you want to ask or anything, we'll hang out a little bit longer.
I think we should do more mini reviews like this. Just saying.
This is a scary surprise that I had promised. We'll get to that in a second. Mrs. G went to France this summer. And I kind of just threw that in at the end of the
Sure
at
did.
the end of the video, but she went over there doing some hiking for what, a couple weeks. Something I didn't quite feel up to doing, so she went and did it on her own, well, with a couple other friends. And she actually brought me back something. She brought me back some freeze-dried food, which I'm planning on using for a future video. I have a lot of videos, like live stream topics that I have in my head. I'm like, oh, that'll make a great, theme for the show, the stream, and then I just never get around to them. But one of them is like, I'll just go ahead and say it because I never want to say it because I don't want it to not happen. But I just want to call it Freeze Dry Friday because they're usually on Fridays, and just try a whole bunch of different freeze dried foods. So she got me this one, and it's pâtes à la bolognese, which I was just saying, pasta bolognese is one of my favorite things.
I know that.
And that's what this is, and she knows that about me. So, but as you can see, it's Voyager, but it's actually French, so it's Voyager, I suppose. And so this is a different company. Like we always see stuff from Mountain House and the other brands that we get around here. So it's kind of cool that we get a chance to try something different, and it's actually Best by May of 2027, which is not that far off. So I don't know, like it's in like a paper packaging instead of like the tinfoil silver kind of thing we're used to seeing, the metallic. Probably it could be lined, but it doesn't even feel like it's lined with like metal. So it's gonna be interesting to see, but that's something to look forward to. And thank you, Mrs. G, for that present,
You're welcome.
which
I
is
forgot
very
I gave that to you.
very channel centric, channel related. And here's some of the movies that we've been. There's all kinds of stuff streaming, but when things aren't available streaming for the channels that we get, I refuse to. I'm a cheapskate, and I refuse to buy or rent the videos. Instead, I just request them from the library. So here's some that our younger daughter had. Most of them she requested. We went make this big list of movies that we should see before or around Halloween. And I figured out which ones we could stream and which ones I had to get, so I requested a bunch from the library, and we got Nightmare on Elm Street, which was talked about a little bit earlier, the original one. I think I'm waiting for the remake to come in, because I've actually never seen the remake. And Megan, which we've seen before, but she wanted to see it. It, the newer It, not the old made-for-TV version. Beetlejuice, not terribly scary, but classic. Twilight, this is one for Mrs. G and the girl. I'll probably miss that one. Stand By Me, not really particularly scary, but great movie, and I kind of wanted to see it. I just saw it while I was looking for other movies. I wasn't looking for it. And I was like, yeah, I think it's time to watch Stand By Me again. And the little one actually was interested too.
Oh my gosh.
Back to there's a lot here. I probably should put them all up at once, but back to the not really scary stuff, Hocus Pocus, which she's said she isn't really interested in watching anyway.
Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn.
Marilyn, welcome. Marilyn is wonderful. It Chapter 2. Halloween. That's funny. This is Halloween. That's the remake, which I have not seen, and then the original, down below it, which I have seen, but not in a long, long time. Tim Burton's Corpse Bride, Five Nights at Freddy's, a new one that I haven't seen. We've been watching a few of the new things. I generally tend to not watch new stuff, and we watched. Oh shoot, what was the name of it? It's about the little girl that's a vampire and is like a ballerina. Not Annabelle, because that's the other thing with the doll. Anyway, we watched that, and it wasn't too bad. And we watched another recent thing. The Black Phone. This is something I had no interest in seeing, but it was actually pretty good. So Five Nights at Freddy's, another one I hadn't seen, but newer, and she'd requested it. The Oblong Box, this one I just saw her there, and Vincent Price classic. More for me than anyone else. Oh, and Suspiria. This is a classic one. A friend of mine, this is one of his favorite movies of all time, horror or otherwise, and I've never seen it. And I mentioned it to Mrs. G, and when I said it was one of his favorites, she's like, "Oh, I want to see it too." So we might actually be watching this as soon as we sign off and clean up a little bit. So that's the Halloween stuff, and I'm gonna put this out of the way because I don't want to contaminate the food because I do want to finish this.
Because you need to eat.
Yeah, I haven't really eaten much today, so this actually is my dinner because we don't really have, other than Mrs. G's
You have
Brussels
vegetables.
sprouts
What more
and
could you want in the world?
Brussels sprouts and broccoli, the two B's.
Oh,
Want some more coffee?
no.
Throw it on our microwave, we could have nuked it. Anyway, this DAC, fully cooked, seasoned, and marinated pulled pork. This probably looks familiar. The DAC company, they do make that canned ham. Oh, I forgot who it was. Somebody, was it spicy? Somebody had commented on the post I made because of the this was in the thumbnail, and they're saying like, "Oh, canned ham. That should be interesting. I haven't had that." And I can certainly understand because it very much looks like it. It's the same company and it's that shape. But this is actually from, to give a little plug, I wouldn't say this is a sponsored video. Well, I definitely wouldn't say it because when you see what's in here, it's not going to be something you would want to recommend by company, but campingsurvival.com. I had done a sort of a promotional thing for them. They used to have a monthly giveaway. I mean, they would give away this package with my videos somewhere buried in my videos, but it was all this camping survival stuff. There was a little portable fishing reel, which we ended up giving to some kid. I forgot who it was, some relative or something. And there was like first aid stuff. There was like iodine tablets and like stuff that you would have if you like for like nuclear radiation to like treat yourself. It was like a little surgery kit, probably flashlight, canteen. There's all kinds of cool stuff in it. But while I was in conversation with him, he was asking me if there's other stuff I'd want for the channel. And he ended up sending me a bunch, and I feel really bad because I never got around to it. I was planning on doing a video about making a shelf-stable sandwich. It sounds kind of boring, but it was going to be like a ham and cheese sandwich, but it was going to be on either like wheat snack bread from an MRE, or maybe Canadian IMP hamburger bun, or even better, going outside of the ration world, the B&M I think makes it the canned brown bread. I thought that would be cool, and it's definitely shelf-stable. Because yeah, they did send me some shelf-stable cheese, and I think you probably did send me ham too. But I thought the pulled pork was interesting because I'd never seen this. I've only seen the ham, and I do like pulled pork, and I was like, this would be cool. Unfortunately, it sat around for a while, and when I discovered it recently, let's see if it has a Best By date on it. Oh yeah, best before October 2nd, 2020. So you expect canned stuff to last beyond the date, but 4 years is kind of pushing it. A lot of stuff like soups, like Campbell stuff will still be good, but maybe it's because of how this is sealed. You can see it doesn't look all that great. And if there was any question as to whether it was still good, I would say no. It's something solid in there. So I wanted to check this out. This is the Halloween scary shelf-stable surprise. I apologize for anybody who hasn't eaten yet, and if this has any effect on your appetite. But let's take a look at this and see what's in here. Mrs. G, I don't know if you want to excuse yourself or anything, because this might get loud.
Oh boy. Seriously?
No, but like loud, like like as in Sling Blade. And it's like, oh,
No.
that smells weird. It's a little loud.
Got it.
All right, so yeah, so the seal failed. I think that's the problem. I think this probably would have been okay, but like you can see, like I'm not even really lifting on this, and it's just kind of like coming up. I had a feeling, judging by the stuff on here, that was probably the case. Partially is still sealed. I'm not expecting there to be too much of a smell coming off of this. Yeah, it's a little bit, but it's not something that's like gonna have to fumigate the apartment or anything. But this is why you want to rotate your stock and keep an eye on things, because even though this was in a can, there's your pulled pork. I'm not going to go any further with it than that, just to say that that at one time was pulled pork, and now it looks like something from an old sea ration, like the 70s or something. Oh, I didn't even realize this. You can see the light coming through here. There's actually holes forming because of the rust on the inside. I didn't even notice that. These little things here are actually holes. I thought it was just the paint bubbling up a little bit, but not good. But that's a good horror kind of way of leaving this video, which I sort of feel bad because that was a good MRE. And you know, I like trying something. I've never had an MRE chicken and sausage gumbo before, so it's something I never had. A brand of commercial MRE that I've never had, and everything obviously was good in it because it was very fresh. Most of the stuff was packaged this year. You know, to find an MRE, unless you're Steven 1989, to find an MRE from the current year is pretty close to impossible. Let's get rid of this, and we'll sign off.
Where are you gonna get rid of that?
I don't know. It's gonna go down the garbage chute.
Take it outside. Oh boy, that's gross.
Yeah, I'm glad I moved the food away because that was actually it kind of like popped up a little bit and stuff. So that's good.
That's good.
All right. On that note, thank you everyone for joining us. Really appreciate it. Not too long, over an hour too.
No,
I hope.
Claudia just found that she's questionable.
Yeah, oh, that's very questionable. Hey, Paul, welcome. I'm sorry we're about to sign
Oh
off.
God, I didn't smell it until now.
Oh, you smelling it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm only sitting like 2
I
feet
didn't-
over from you. And
I really had no idea what was going to come out of that when I opened it up, and that's why I was.
Where has that been?
Part of me was
Hold on,
hoping
Do I
that-
want to know?
It's been in the closet. It's been around. It's one of those things that's just kind of like it's been around because it's shelf stable, so it feels like it's gonna be good forever. So it just kind of sat around until I realized, oh, that's not good. But anyway, yeah, welcome Claudia, and welcome everybody who's just showing up. And like I said, sorry, this is what we were looking at before we looked at something really gross because it's Halloween. You know, we wanted to be a little spooky, but. I really appreciate everyone who did show up, and anyone who's watching this later. I hope this is worth watching. It's a little shorter than most of our videos, or most of our streams. And we could have actually made this an hour. I could have skipped that pulled pork thing, and we could have signed off and made it exactly an hour, but which is not much more than like twice as long as my regular videos always tended to be. So, Mrs. G, any last words?
Yeah, I'm just grateful. This is always so much fun to get online and see everybody and connect with our friends, and yeah, that's why I was just thinking, like, we just need to do this. So I'm glad it all came together, and I hope it won't be too long until we see you all again.
Yeah. For anyone who did join us tonight, or who is still here, or who was here and is seeing us later, you have Mrs. G to thank for this happening, because I've just been dragging my feet, and you know, we've been trying to do them on Fridays, but she's busy tomorrow, so it was like another excuse not to do one. And she's like, why don't we do one for Halloween? And I like to have a few days advance notice so I can like do things I don't know if I necessarily need to do, like put up, make a thumbnail and put it up on Facebook. Who uses Facebook anymore? And Instagram, which I only use for this basically. And there was enough time, and we made it happen. So I'm glad that it happened. I hope it was worth seeing for some people. And thank you very much for watching, and happy Halloween!